Hello everyone, my name is Eduardo Higginson. Today's guest is Mr. Shun Imaizumi. Mr. Imaizumi is a veteran CG artist. He has worked on many TV shows and films in America. After working in the US for 12 years, he came back to Japan and now he works as a freelance CG modeler and also gives presentations in schools. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me today.
After graduating from high school in Japan, you moved to America and entered California State University. What motivated you to go abroad?
My first motive to go to the U.S. was like simply just wanted to learn English. I wanted to speak English. So that was simple. I didn't think of anything like being a CG artist, anything. We just simply wanted to speak English. That's all.
So do you first move to America and then enter California State University, or while in Japan you applied to California State University?
Actually, after graduation of high school, I went to a school in Tokyo. That's basically like a language school in Tokyo. But all the teachers there was people from Canada, US, or Australia, stuff like that. They're native English speakers. And I took a class there for 1 year. And after that, I moved on to, I went to California. But before go to the university, I went to small college in North California.
Okay.
And I spent 3 years there. And after that, I transferred to 4 years university, California State University in LA.
Oh, I see. And what inspired you to become a CG artist?
There's a lot of reasons why I became a CG artist, but the first reason, I guess, that would be I happened to found a CG class in college. Maybe after a year I went to there, and I didn't know anything about that, but I thought it's easy. And I thought it would be fun. So I took that class and started doing CG stuff, and I was first day, I love it. This is it. So I spent so many hours at home and school, and just doing CG stuff. That's
really great. You found something you like so much.
So I was lucky in a sense, Yeah.
And how do you overcome difficulties in communication, both in language and culture?
I think that's a good question, because it's hard to point out what is the reason to overcome the difficulties. But I think one thing I can say is I think I got better after I start working, not being as a student. As a student, of course, you have to talk and everything in class. You have discussions and everything.
Yeah, that's very important.
Right.
US, right?
In the class. But still, you can be alone by you can be yourself. Just studying at home and stuff and reading and everything. So, but in working situation, you have to communicate to your boss. You have to communicate to coworkers.
So you have to be kind of careful.
Yeah, really
what you say and how you say it.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be really you have to interact with people pretty much intensively. So I think I got much better in language and culture as well, I guess. After start working in the U.S., I think.
As for language, do you have any problems after you moved to California with the English language?
Yeah, well, I couldn't speak anything after even though I studied I went to language school in Tokyo 1 year. I couldn't speak. I barely speaking. So first 3, 4, 5 years I was still like struggling, but you know, things getting better over time, and it's getting better, and still I think it's getting better. Yeah, exactly.
Could you please tell us what you are doing now?
My job is creating CG.
That's computer graphics, right?
Computer graphics, yes, right. For like movies or like anything, basically movies, TV shows, commercials, or like game, cinematics stuff. Yeah, creating CG for movies, everything. That's pretty much my job.
What's trendy in Japan now? Do you do more work for advertisement, for schools?
There are a lot of stuff still. There are lots of game stuff, commercials, feature films too. But recently in Japan, pachinko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, movies in pachinko is like
every slot machine has a movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's like getting so much bigger in the industry in Japan. So that's part of my work too.
Oh, okay. In the future, do you have any plans you want to share with us?
Sure. I'm kind of thinking go to other countries to work again. I spend I think I spent enough time in the U.S. So I want to go to some other countries. And
is there any country you really want to go?
I don't know. I think Europe. London has a big studios, CG studios in London. So London is my first choice if I can. And Vancouver in Canada is big too, and Australia. Just lots of studio out there. So I want to go to work abroad, I guess.
Could you give a message to young Japanese people who want to study and live abroad?
Yeah, I get a lot of questions how do you speak English, like how do you become speaking English and stuff. I always say don't be hesitate to make mistakes. I think more makes mistakes, the better you get. Yeah, in speaking, in everything, I guess. But especially speaking foreign language is really tough and time consuming. So
quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's scary, and you get really I made hundreds, thousands mistakes in the States, and I get really embarrassing at the time. But when I think of it, that's the moment you start thinking how do I say it right?
Yeah. If you don't, you can study books, but if you don't make any mistakes, you will not remember. If you make embarrassing mistakes,
exactly.
You remember.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
I think so. So yeah, I guess the message to young people start learning English would be don't be hesitate to make mistakes.
So, Mr. Imaizumi, thank you very much for coming today. Thank you for sharing your work, your ideas for the future, and of course your very good advice.
Thank you for having me.
Hope to see you again, and please keep us updated about your work.
Goodbye. Thank you.